welcome to part 20 of Bible Mandela Effects. If you're unfamiliar with Mandela Effects, I recommend that you watch the introduction to the series and feel free to watch the other episodes as we go through. And today we're going to start with Isaiah 45:7, in which God is talking and he says, I form the light and create darkness. I bring prosperity and create disaster. I, the Lord, do all these things. It's the New International Version that I just read. Now, notice it says, I bring prosperity and create disaster. It's a good wording coming from the original Hebrew. And as you scroll down, notice the variations that you have, and they're all okay. Where God says, I create the light and make the darkness. I send good times and bad times in the New Living Translation. I, the Lord, am the one who does these things. That's the general sense of the verse. God allows good things to happen and he allows bad things to happen. The English Standard Version, I form light and create darkness. I make well-being and create calamity. I am the Lord who does all these things. Then you see prosperity and calamity in the Berean Study Bible. But look at the King James Bible. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And seeing that the Lord creates evil just sounded strange to me. I don't remember that. All the other variations sound similar to what I remember. Now look at the New King James. It says, I make peace and create calamity. That's more consistent with what I remember the King James Bible saying. So let's go to the Hebrew and see how the verse looks. Scroll down to verse 7. I am the one carefully preparing light, and I made the darkness, the one making peace and creating bad things. And here's the word for bad things, which can be translated various ways, bad or evil, could be evil, but basically that God allows bad things to happen is what's going on. So the translation of it there are many ways to go, but I just remember that the Bible in this verse is talking about God creating calamity, allowing calamity, something like that. But when you go down to the King James Version, I just don't remember the word evil. So that's why I'm including this as a Mandela effect. So next we're going to go to a Mandela effect mashup. There's several in just a few verses. Matthew 24 verse 37 is where we'll start. Look at the New International Version. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. Notice Noah is capitalized, Son of Man is capitalized, because this is talking about Jesus, his name. Noah, that's his name. We scroll down, consistent, but then the King James Version. But as the days of Noah were, instead of Noah, his name is shortened to No, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. But notice man is lowercase. All the other translations, it's capital man, but lowercase in the King James Bible. And you would think it would be capitalized because it's talking about Jesus, sort of a name of Jesus. And in the other translations, it is. So seeing No shortened for Noah sounds strange. Son of Man, man not being capitalized, this just seems strange. To me, the King James Bible, you would think it would be Noah because that's his name. Now, we've talked about how passage that talked about Jeremiah and the name is shortened to Jeremy. We've talked about that in the past. But here we see with Noah. Now, if we go to the next verse, it's the same thing. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving up in marriage up to the day Noah entered the ark. But then when you go to the King James Bible, again, it's No entered the ark. So it just seems strange. Now, this was unusual, but then when you look at Luke chapter 17, verse 26, it's the same thing. Noah, Son of Man, capitalized, but you go to the King James, No, and Son of Man, lowercase. So it's not just a mistake as far as lowercase, like someone copying the King James Bible. It's not just a mistake. It's in two different passages like this way. And then you go into verse 27, same thing. the word Noah, and you scroll down to King James, and it is no. So two different passages going together. So if we look it up in the original Greek, look at it, chapter 17, verse 27. I'd have to scroll down to it. Bear with me as I get to verse 27. As you look at it, they ate, they drank, they married, gave in marriage, as far as which day? Noah. And there's the word for Noah, capital, even capitalized in the Greek, because it is his name, but the word Noah. So that just seems strange. And if you go back a verse, as it happened in the days of Noah, so it will also in the days of the Son of Man. Now here, Son of Man is not capitalized, but it's been tradition, even in the other versions, that Son of Man is capitalized. So that's why it's a Mandela effect. It doesn't match the other translations, and it doesn't match what I remember. But just wanted to share these Mandela effects with you. Hopefully they make sense. Have a good day.